Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Lee, and I have another created project for you today. So we know how those work out. We've got 50-50 odds. Let's hope the odds are ever in our favor today. So we have 2 litter boxes for our cats, and one of them is unfortunately in a Tupperware container. It's in a big Tupperware tote because one of our dogs, Mr. Scruffy, he likes cat crunchies, and that doesn't really work very well for us now, does it? Because that's gross and disgusting. I have taken the liberty to draw out some plans of what I'm hoping it will look like when I'm done. Hoping being the operative word. So to start us out, I went and bought some fencing boards because I don't want it very heavy. I want it pretty lightweight and easy to use. So the first step I need to do is just get the boards sanded down and get them smooth so that way I can paint them later on in the stages. So all I've done is I've took the decking board and I've split it in 2. Now I'm using a table saw for this application. If you don't have a table saw, that's okay. A circular saw, a jigsaw, handsaw, if you really want to work out. But all I'm doing is just simply splitting the boards in 2. These are going to create my frame. These will also work for my little support blocks in the corner. Okay guys, so here I am getting ready to make one of the doors or one of the sides. In order to get my angles, you can see there I just simply held it on top, used a pencil, marked it, then went and cut it. I use the same process for every single piece. Most often I could use the board that I had previously cut from for the next cut, which allowed me to carry it forward. Now once I got towards the end, I did have a little difficulty with that, but you can see from the finished product there, it really did turn out nice and was fairly easy to do once I got my rhythm about me. All in all, I'm pleased. What did I do wrong? Anybody else see a problem with that? One's taller than the other. I'm gonna scream. Scream. In fact, when I'm thinking about it, I did it on purpose. I intentionally did it at a different size just because. You believe that, right? Okay guys, we have all 4 sides made. I still have to make the top and the bottom, but we're making progress. So now I actually want to affix these sides together, and I'm going to use like a decorative tearing board to do so. Again, this is just a cat litter box, so it doesn't have to be overly sturdy. I do want it to hold up over time, but I'm not trying to build a 50-ton box either. So come along as we start attaching the strips. For this process, I'm simply just tacking on this little trim board to the side. Now this is the exact same board that I used on the inside, which is a deck planking cut in half. Okay. Truth time, people. I love my wife. She's got great ideas. Generally, she does a really good job executing them. This job was about 1/8 of an inch away from being a disaster. Because had that box been 1/8 of an inch longer on any side, it wouldn't have fit in the doors. And it would have been an unassembly project to reassemble in its location. So, I'm sure it was planned that way, but I'm just gonna throw out there, measure 400 times, cut once. That's all I have to say. I need something for my opening, but I have the perfect idea. I think this will work. My template for the opening was simply a 5-gallon bucket. And honestly, it worked really great. So you're probably saying to yourself, Lee, you done built the door. How are you gonna get that cut out? Don't worry, let me show you. Ah! No! No! So we gotta put some bracing in here. So I probably should have did this before I cut the opening, but you know, hey, I do things a little backwards. So this is just, again, a trim board split in half. Actually, some of my scrap that I had laying around that I just reinforced around the opening. Guys, it is a hot one here today. Hot one, I tell you. I am like, whew, mopping up the sweat today. Mopping it up. But I had a thin wafer board here in the here in the garage that I'll show you here now. It's just a very thin little, I call it wafer board. I'm sure it actually has a technical name, but I just call it a wafer board. It's very thin. It's very easy to use. The only problem I've ever encountered with this board is it will splinter. But as long as you don't mind sanding a little bit, it serves a great purpose. And it's lightweight, it's thin, and it works perfectly. So, we have the bottom on that I've just simply cut and nailed in. Nothing fantastic. All that's left is to finish up the top. Well, and the trim pieces because, well, I just can't leave it with trim on the side and not on the bottom and the top. I should probably do that now. Okay guys, I'm working on the top now. I've got all my pieces cut that I need. Now, I want to keep my gap here flush. So I can't use my normal pieces to fasten this down. So I've got to find another way to fasten it together, but yet keep it straight like it is here. So let's see what I can do. So what I'm going to use is some of the thin wafer board that I used for the bottom to hopefully shore up the lid without giving it depth that I don't want. So let's give it a shot and let's hope it works. So on the lid, I would have liked to have used the wafer board to cover the entire inside of the door, but honestly, I just didn't have enough. So I ran it around the edge and then put a couple support braces in there, which was, again, the trim board that I just split down. All of the construction of this is made with the fencing boards. The hinges I had on hand, which was really great. It was a little bit awkward to install them with just myself, but I found a workaround for it and I made it work. But it would have been nice to have someone else present. So if you're doing something like this, try to find an extra set of hands. Make it easier. Okay guys, I forgot to bring you along for this last step, so please bear in mind with me. And don't kill me. Let me show you what I've done. Nothing fancy, but it's pretty cool. So I wanted a divider to separate the litter box from like the cat litter bag and our bucket. So I have created this little guy here, just two little slats on top of each other on either side. Here and here. And this board here actually slides out. So if I ever needed more room, I could get it. Otherwise, it's just a nice little divider. So guys, I've picked my color, canary yellow. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Lee, why yellow? I have a gallon of it. Why do I have a gallon of it? That's coming in another video. Okay guys, so this is what it looked like before. Just a simple Tupperware tote with the litter box inside to keep our dog out of the cat crunchies. This is what it looks like now, which, if I do say so myself, is quite the improvement. Sleek design, absolutely amazing. And this is where it all started. A simple design. Now, my design did differ a little bit from the finished product. For starters, the opening is different. The bottom part that you saw me nail in to put the bottom on actually wasn't as secure as I had hoped it would be. So I did go ahead and put a couple screws in the corners just to hold it down a little bit more secure. And all in all, guys, I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out amazing. But I want to know what you think. So please, guys, let us know what you think down below. As always, this is a two-step process. We need you to hit the subscribe button, and we need you to hit the bell. By hitting the bell and selecting the all notification, that will alert you every single time we post a new video. So guys, that's all for me now in the garage. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Toodles. Voila.